All right, I am going to call to order the City of Menasha Public Works Board. Clerk Aliazi, can you please take a roll?
Alderman Kruger.
Here.
Alderman Tom Grady.
Here.
Alderman Ted Grady.
Here.
Alderman Rapella.
Here.
Alderman Nichols. Alderman Taylor. Alderman Sevenick.
Here.
Alderman Langdon.
Here.
Okay, first up on the agenda is the minutes to approve for March 4th, 2019. Do I have a motion? Alderman Langdon.
Thank you, Chair. I'll make the motion to approve the minutes from March 4th, 2019.
We have a motion and a second by Alderman Ted Grady. Is there any discussion? All in favor with an aye?
Aye.
Opposed? Minutes are approved. Moving on to action item number 1 is exchange order for Vinton Construction Company. Director Adamski.
So this change order is for Main Street construction from last year. It's mainly for quantity changes, some joint filling that we had them do on Mill Street since they had the capability of doing that. And the other big item was 11 electrical receptacles. We had originally planned on putting those in ourselves. However, with the workload of our city electrician and the minimal extra cost that it was going to be to have the contractor do it, we decided to have the contractor do it in this case. And then another one was we had to remove a little bit of extra brick around the arc location that we ended up paving in concrete.
Thank you. Alderman Langdon.
I'll make the motion to forward to council the change order for Vinton Construction Company, contract unit number 2018-01 for the Main Street reconstruction. And that's an addition of, for change order number 1, an addition of $17,011.78.
We have a motion. Is there a second?
Second.
We have a second by Alderman Ted Grady. Is there any further discussion? Seeing none, can we take roll call?
Okay. Alderman Tom Grady.
Aye.
Alderman Ted Grady.
Aye.
Alderman Rapella.
Aye.
Alderman Nichols. Alderman Taylor. Alderman Sevenick. Alderman Langdon.
Aye.
Alderman Kruger.
Aye.
Motion carried on roll call 8-0.
Moving on to action item number 2 is the payment for Vinton Construction Company for contract unit 2018-1. Director Adamski.
This is the final payment for the Main Street work, so it pretty much encompasses all of the change order plus a little bit extra that was kept aside during the last payment.
Thank you. Alderman Langdon.
Thank you, Chair. I'll make the motion to forward to council for the payment of Vinton Construction Company, contract unit number 2018-01. That's for the Main Street reconstruction in the amount of $18,312.81. And that is number 6 and final payment.
We have a motion. Is there a second?
Second.
We have a second by Alderman Ted Grady. Okay, is there any further discussion? Seeing none, can we take roll call?
We will start with Alderman Ted Grady.
Aye.
Alderman Rapella.
Aye.
Alderman Nichols. Alderman Taylor. Alderman Sevenick. Alderman Langdon.
Aye.
Alderman Kruger.
Aye.
Alderman Tom Grady.
Aye.
Motion carried on roll call 8-0.
Moving on to action item number 3 is a change order for Donald Hippis and Sons Incorporated for the Menasha Utilities and City of Menasha. Director Adamski, do you have anything?
This is a change order related to the sanitary sewer work that was done on Broad Street this past year. This change order encompasses quantity changes that were incidental to the project.
Thank you. Alderman Langdon.
Thank you, Chair. I'll make the motion to forward to council the change order for the Donald Hippis and Sons, Inc. for the Menasha Utilities and the City of Menasha, the 2018 water main and sanitary sewer reconstruction, MCM number M0009-17-00839. That's change order number 2 for the amount of $11,275.25.
We have a motion. Is there a second?
I'll second it.
Alderman Rapala made the motion to second. Is there any discussion? Alderman Ted Grady.
Thank you, Chair. Just a question for Mr. Radomski. Change order number 2. Is there going to be a change order number 3, you think? Or how confident are you here?
No, it's change order number 2. That's our final one. The next item is the final payment.
Is there any further discussion? Seeing none, can we take roll call?
Alderman Repella. Aye. Alderman Nichols. Aye. Alderman Taylor. Alderman Sevenick. Aye. Alderman Langdon. Aye. Alderman Kruger.
Aye.
Alderman Tom Grady.
Aye.
Alderman Ted Grady. Motion carried on roll call 8-0.
Moving on to action item number 4 is the payment to Donald Hippis and Sons Incorporated for Menasha Utilities and City of Menasha 2018 water main and sanitary sewer reconstruction. Director Adamski.
This is just the final payment for that Broad Street work. Again, it encompasses the vast majority of the change order plus a small amount that was left over from the previous payment.
Alderman Langdon.
Thank you, Chair. I'll make the motion to forward to council for the payment to Donald Hippis and Sons, Inc. for Menasha Utilities and the City of Menasha 2018 water main and sanitary sewer reconstruction at, for Broad Street for MCM number M0002-9-17-00839. That's for the amount of $14,380.15. Payment number 10 and final.
We have a motion. Is there a second? We have a second by Alderman Ted Grady. Alderman Ted Grady.
Thank you. Just one more question for Josh here. Is this the final payment?
Yes.
Is there any further discussion? See none, can we take roll call?
Alderman Nichols. Aye. Alderman Taylor. Alderman Sevenick. Aye. Alderman Langdon.
Aye.
Alderman Kruger.
Aye.
Alderman Tom Grady.
Aye.
Alderman Ted Grady. Alderman Repella. Motion carried on roll call 8-0.
Moving on to action item number 5 is the payment to Yankee General Contractors Incorporated for Province Terrace Trail. Director Adamski.
This is for the Province Terrace Trail project that just started over just to the east of Oneida Street. They've started some clearing, some mobilization, and some construction staking for that, so this is the first payment for that project.
Thank you. Do I have a motion?
Yes.
Okay.
First, we'll get that one.
Alderman Langdon.
Thank you, Chair. I'll make the motion to forward to council for the payment to Yankee General Contractors, Inc. for the contract unit number 2019-02. That's for Province Terrace Trail and Nature's Way to US Highway 10 to State Highway 114 in the amount of $22,483.80. Payment number 1.
Alderman Rapala, you ready? Okay.
Thank you,
Okay.
Yes, I will second it.
Okay, we have a motion and a second by Alderman Rapala. Is there any further discussion? See none, can we take roll call?
Alderman Taylor. Thinking it's it.
I think it's getting late.
Okay. Alderman Sevenick. Alderman Langdon.
Aye.
Alderman Kruger.
Aye.
Alderman Tom Grady.
Aye.
Alderman Ted Grady. Alderman Repella. Alderman Nichols. Motion carried on roll call 8-0.
Moving on to action item number 6 is a resolution R-06-19, the preliminary resolution declaring intent to exercise special assessment powers Under section 66.0703, Director Adamski.
Similar to the same process we went through for Province Terrace earlier this year, this is the preliminary resolution that needs to be approved by council before the final resolution can go to council for the special assessments that are remaining in the Ponds of Menasha subdivision for our project later this year.
Thank you. Can I have a motion?
I'll make the motion.
Okay, Alderman Rapala.
I'll make the motion to approve R 6-19 preliminary resolution declaring intent to exercise special assessment powers under section 66 .0703 Wisconsin statutes, Ponds of Menasha Phase 2 and 3, new street construction, introduced by myself, Alderman Rapella.
We have a motion. Is there a second? Second. We have a second by Alderman Langdon. Is there any discussion? Seeing none, can we take a roll call?
Alderman Sevenick?
Why do I gotta go first?
Alderman Langdon? Alderman Kruger?
Aye.
Alderman Tom Grady?
Aye.
Alderman Ted Grady? Alderman Rapella? Alderman Nichols? Alderman Taylor? Motion carried on roll call 8-0.
Moving on to the final action item is the authorization to execute the Wisconsin DOT Bridge Operation Agreement for the fiscal year 2020. Alderman Langdon.
Thank you, Chair. I'll make the motion to forward to council for the authorization to execute the Wisconsin DOT Bridge Operation Agreement for the fiscal year of 2020.
We have a motion. Is there a second? We have a second by Alderman Nichols. Is there any discussion? Seeing none, can we take a roll call?
Alderman Langdon?
Aye.
Alderman Kruger?
Aye.
Alderman Tom Grady?
Aye.
Alderman Ted Grady?
Aye.
Alderman Rapella?
Aye.
Alderman Nichols? Alderman Taylor? Alderman Sevenick? Motion carried on roll call 8-0.
Last on the agenda is motion to adjourn. Do I have a motion?
Second.
We have a motion by Alderman Langdon, second by Alderman Tom Grady. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?